Hey, what's up, guys? So I've noticed myself, and I've seen a lot of people talking about a couple different things with how pets are broken for Necromancer right now. People have mentioned that the mages stop attacking randomly, and then also the other big one is that the command skeletons just doesn't seem to work. A lot of people are saying that certain rares, certain elite packs, certain Rift Guardians, the command skeletons just doesn't work, and then the mages don't attack. And that I don't think that is the case. I was kind of messing around with this a little bit and decided to just kind of put together a video and just see if maybe I'm onto something here. And hopefully, if so, maybe something can get fixed here. But what I seem to have noticed is that the issue isn't with the certain types of packs that exist, but rather it's something with the death mechanic. So what I've noticed is that if you're fighting, anything from a white to a blue, a yellow, a Rift Guardian, whatever the case, if you're fighting any of these things and you die, when you respawn, you cannot command skeletons on that same creature again. So that's kind of what I decided to explore a little bit because I noticed it mostly happening on Rift bosses, and my first thought was that certain Rift bosses were just completely broken and command skeletons didn't work at all. But then I started to kind of notice this trend, so that's kind of what I decided to explore a little bit here. So we'll go ahead and dive into it. I kind of did a little bit of testing here. It looks like the sample size is pretty small. I did a white pack, a blue pack, a yellow pack, and a Rift Guardian. However, I've tested a little bit more. I just kind of wanted to throw this together real quick and just kind of show that it happens in a couple different situations here. So we'll go ahead and get into it here. Alright, so first things first, we got this yellow here. Juggernaut pack, super, super fun. A real good time. So what I was trying to do is just trying to kind of clear out all the trash around it so I could kind of get a little bit more into it. Um, but didn't end up working out quite as I planned, but we'll kind of take a look here. So basically, as you can see right now, Command Skeleton is going perfectly fine. Mages are full throttle. They are blasting away. They're having a good old time. Um, and everything seems to be working pretty well here. So I'll go ahead and die here because reasons. And then when we get back up, we'll go ahead and start spawning skeletons, start spawning mages again. And you'll see, if you look at it down here, I am spamming the command skeleton button and nothing is happening at all. And I kind of try to build up some more skeletons, see if I can get it going. Same thing, you know, trying to get it working, just nothing at all, no response. So this is kind of what I'm talking about, we died. We tried to do the command skeletons on the same exact monster that killed us, and then it did not work. So one thing that this is kind of really hit or miss, but one thing that I noticed works sometimes is if you respawn a checkpoint, go back into town, and then come back in, then you can do it again. See, skeleton's working totally fine. Um, that's not something I've been able to really replicate super consistently. It works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. Later on, I tried it on the Rift Guardian, did not work, but obviously in this case it did work. So, anyways, that is something to maybe test a little bit further yourselves here. But moving on, we're going on to the blue pack. This thing was kind of annoying to test because I happened to do it on illusion one, so they keep splitting into different things. But we'll see kind of a recurring theme. So, skeleton's working, mage is working, we die, right? We'll go ahead and get back up. And this time, with the rares, you don't really see it as often, and I think people don't notice it just because there's so much stimulus, right? Like there's so much going on your screen. There's a lot of different monsters. There's all kinds of like fire, lightning, whatever going on. So I think maybe people aren't noticing it as often, and maybe you're not hitting the same one as soon as you get up. But we'll see in a second here. We do end up dying again, and then we wait for all the illusion to clear out. And once we get all the illusion to clear out, we'll go ahead and respawn. Alright, illusions are cleared. And we're up. I did spam it on the one and it was not working, and then I switched over to the other one, it was working. So definitely still working the same. The pattern continues. So now we're doing it with the Rift Boss here. And we got skeletons, we got mages. Well, we don't have mages, there we go, because the proc here. But We got mages, we got skeletons, everything's working fine. And we'll go ahead and die. And of course, when you want to die, it becomes difficult. There we go. And we revive, and we start summoning stuff up again. Command skeletons, definitely not working still. We'll throw out a couple mages, still no skeletons working. So you'll see here, same exact thing. As soon as you die, when you come back up, you can no longer do the command skeletons, and that's pretty significant because the Jessup scythe and shield, they give you 400% when the command skeletons is going, and you can see like even when I'm spamming the button and it doesn't illuminate, the skeletons are going in, but you're not receiving that damage bonus. And then just kind of as a last test, I wanted to see if this also was true for whites. So we got this big old spider here, and we're gonna go ahead and let it whack away at us, and eventually we die. Cool. And then we get up, and like an idiot, I just stand in the poison because that's fun. But let's see, trying to do skeletons, nothing. So you'll see it happens with whites, blues, yellows, Rift Guardians, but it's all around the death mechanic. So hopefully, that can turn into something. Hopefully someone can figure out what's going on, and hopefully we can get a fix.